Alright, so it's 5 a.m. on this lovely Halloween morning. Some things have happened. Family stuff that's made me not be able to go to sleep. Since I couldn't go to sleep, I decided to go get myself a Whataburger that I had to get in a bowl. Because I can't eat gluten no more, otherwise my insides will explode. Because I have celiac disease now. That's fun. And then doing so, because it's late and I'm tired, but I can't sleep because of other bullshit going on, I had a really random, strange train of thought. And I figured, hey, I might as well record this because it made me laugh. And we'll just do this and then I'll post it, whatever. And who knows, I might just start doing this all the time. Since I need content for the podcast. And I haven't done that in a while. And that is, what the fuck's going on in McDonaldland? McDonaldland? Like, what, like, have you looked at, well, I guess they don't really show the mascots anymore for whatever fucked up reason. I guess because McDonald's just hates joy, like every other capitalist piece of shit does. They just hate joy. They hate colors, they hate joy, they hate everything, but they still want you to spend the money that you don't have on eating their shitty food. Regardless, there's a whole cast of characters. Everybody knows them. Everybody knows Ronald McDonald, but there's more. You got the bird, and you got the purple bitch, and you got the mirror, and then you got the Hamburglar for some strange ass reason, and then there's a lot more than that. But those are the main ones, right? And I started thinking, why do any of these guys exist? Furthermore, there's some weirdness going on in McDonald's. I mean, if you think of a mascot, it's supposed to be something that represents your company. Represents your brand, right? And it's called McDonald's. It ain't like they're the McDonald's Cowboys, the McDonald's Seahawks, or something like that, where they have an animal attached to their mascot or whatever. They're just called McDonald's. You know, Wendy's is Wendy's. So what's their mascot? They have a fucking girl. Her name's Wendy. All right, cool. Everybody gets it. Some of them don't have mascots. They just have logos. And then there's Jack in the Box. Except and I was going to say, which is fucking weird, but that actually their guy makes sense. Yeah, he's a dude that wears a big, plastic head, but he's supposed to be like a Jack in the Box. You ever seen what a Jack in the Box looks like? They're scary looking, weird. Well, he kind of nailed it. They kind of nailed it with that. But when you think burgers, and French fries, and fast food, what do you think? That's right, fucking clown. Because why? I don't know. Apparently the drugs were really good in the 60s, and that's all they come up with. Because that's our first character. Already, right out the gate, not making sense. A clown. Big ass scary clown. That's what you want to buy burgers from. And he showed up in the 60s, because that's when everything bad happened, I guess. I don't know. Why a clown? Of all the things to sell burgers, a clown? And he becomes like the big mainstay of your whole entire company? That's weird. Have we really sat and thought that it's a clown? Oh, but it's for kids. It's still a fucking clown. Clowns don't give you burgers. Anybody else got a clown as a mascot? No. The closest one is Jack in the Box. But they kind of lean into their whole weirdness. McDonald's likes to pretend that this is somehow natural. And we have just gone along with it for the last 60 years or whatever. And I'm done with it. But that's not why I'm so mad. It's one of the reasons. Because it's a clown and that's weird. But remember, there's a whole cast of characters. For you youngins, you may not even realize that Ronald McDonald's a thing. Which is awful. And you should educate yourself. And that's a terrible thing that no one knows who Ronald McDonald is. That's just scary. That, makes me turn to dust. But McDonald's doesn't really show them off anymore. Which is weird. Maybe it's because they realized that a clown was a fucking weird-ass mascot to have, but I don't think that's it. I think they just stopped caring about joy and wonder or whatever. Because they used to care. They used to have anamorphic french fries that would talk to you, and Mac McKnight, which was a dude who had a moon for a head and would play the piano for some reason. I don't really know. Well, I do know what's going on. It was cocaine. It was a lot of cocaine. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go down this cast of characters. Ronald McDonald, already fucking weird. Then there's Birdie. You know, a little chicken or bird or whatever, a little girl. That one doesn't bother me for some reason. Because, yeah, it's an animal mascot character for children. That's a trend that's as old as time. Oh, we need a mascot to entice children. What do we get? Weird animal thing. That just makes sense. Oh, she's a bird that likes chicken nuggets or whatever. Actually, that is a little bit weird. Is she a chicken eating chicken nuggets? Because that's a little fucked up. But either way, her design doesn't bother me. Because, one, she kind of looks like a Muppet. And Muppets are popular. And they love the Sesame Street and Big Bird and all that. And yada, yada, yada. Doesn't bother me. Also, I knew her name was Birdie. I had to look that up. Thought I was losing my mind. Her name's fucking Birdie. And then you got Grimace. And I should not like Grimace. I shouldn't. But I do. Grimace doesn't bother me. Grimace makes absolutely no sense. He's a giant purple monster. Except he smiles and he seems to be everybody's friend and everybody likes him. For whatever reason, Grimace doesn't bother me. He fits this fantasy world. This like weird playscape, play palace fantasy world, whatever that McDonald's has going on. Because McDonaldland is fucking weird. He makes more sense to me than the clown. Why is the clown running the show? Whatever. Now you get Mayor McCheese. Now, Mayor McCheese should make sense. And does make sense. Except he's kind of horrifying to look at. He is a dude with a hamburger for a head. But that makes more sense to me than a fucking clown. Like, why is Pennywise running this company and not Mayor McCheese? Mayor McCheese makes more... He's fucking called McCheese. He's got McCheese in the name. It just makes sense. But he is kind of scary to look at. He got this giant hamburger head with tongue. He's terrifying. And there's a reason why they got rid of him. He's considered discontinued or whatever the hell that means. I think they're all discontinued, but doesn't matter. Does anyone even remember the fucking mascot characters? Ever since McDonald's went in this weird, stupid thing where every building they make looks the same and not in a good way. They got rid of the mascot. It doesn't matter. Burger King is a weird, creepy king guy. It's creepy, but at least he is the Burger King. That makes sense. A clown with children is weird. That's scary. That's Pennywise. Why are we buying burgers from Pennywise? We should be buying from Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese makes sense. I also learned that there was a Chief Burger. Or, what was it? It was a... Was it Chief? Not Chief Burger. What something... Chief Double or something? I don't know. Chief McDouble or whatever. He didn't last very long. There's also Captain Crook, which I don't know why he existed, but whatever. Also, Grimace used to be a villain, and then, like, after a year, they were like, nah, we like him better as just being like this purple guy who hangs out with everybody. And that just is how that was until they turned him into a shake. They had to liquidate him. But whatever. But this brings me to my big problem. My main one of the cast of characters that just does not work, and that's the Hamburglar. Why the fuck does the Hamburglar exist? Who is he for? Now, I would understand if he's just the villain, right? Everybody needs a good villain, and he's obviously villainous. He's the fucking hamburger. He steals hamburgers. That's evil. But what gets me is every time you see him, he's just hanging out with the kids and everybody else and having fun. Why is he a part of the group? Why has he not been ostracized? This is stupid. The Hamburglar should not be part of the group. He should be he should be in jail. He should be in prison because he steals hamburgers. Think about that for a second. He's not just a thief. He's not just a burglar. He is a Hamburglar. He steals food, for one thing. That's fucked up. He's stealing food from people. People got to eat, and he's stealing it. He won't even steal their money. He's stealing the thing they use their money for, which is food. That's fucked up. And he ain't stealing it from the store. He's stealing it from people. That's messed up. And he's specifically Hamburglar. Hamburgers. Not just food. A hamburger is not just a bunch of ingredients. It has to be put together and made. It means it's cooked, it's put together, and it's being made ready to eat. So he's waiting till you've already done all that shit to steal it. That's premeditated. That's high-level premeditation. This motherfucker is evil. Why is he hanging around with the kids and Grimace? Keep him away from Grimace. Is he the reason Mayor McCheese is no longer around? Did he kill him? Like, what? This man is kidnapping people and stealing burgers, and we're supposed to believe that he's just happy-go-lucky with Pennywise and Birdie and everybody. I think that's weird. Does anyone else think this is weird? Is this very strange to be having these kinds of thoughts at 5:14 in the morning on Halloween? Maybe. Most definitely. Am I high or drunk? Absolutely not. I wish I was. I'd probably feel a hell of a lot better, but I'm not. Instead, I'm in my fucking car yelling at my phone about the goddamn Hamburglar.